Amazon just told likely hundreds of thousands of Kindle users that they will no longer be able to use their device, and whether you were included in that list or not, this is why I think we should all be paying attention. On April 7th, 2026, Amazon sent an email to a select number of its customers saying they're discontinuing support for Kindle devices released in 2012 or earlier. According to Amazon, that's 3% of its current users, which is pretty frustrating to hear because they don't tell you how many they have in general, but you can bet even that's in the hundreds of thousands. For these Kindle users, it means that they can keep reading the books that they currently have, but come May 20th, they won't be able to purchase, borrow, or download additional books on their device. This means no new books purchased through the Kindle store and no borrowing from services like Libby either, effectively making your Kindle way less useful and for some, completely unusable. These are the devices included in the notice, and yes, it also includes Fire tablets. Oh, and as a kicker, if you deregister or factory reset the device after May 20th, you can't register it again, meaning you'll lose all your books on that device, and in their words, you will no longer be able to re-register or use these devices in any way. We'll get onto what their solution is in a minute and some additional options you have that they don't mention, but first let's take a look at why they're doing this. While Amazon didn't give any kind of reason for this decision in their email to users, they have given one to the press. These models have been supported for at least 14 years, some as long as 18 years. But technology has come a long way in that time, and these devices will no longer be supported moving forward. Real transparent, huh? There has been some speculation on what this actually means. Some say it's because the way they connect to Amazon is now insecure and the hardware doesn't support modern methods. Some say it has to do with APIs. But the general consensus is if they wanted to keep supporting these devices, they could. This is something a lot of companies do. Phones and other digital devices often stop providing updates for older devices after a period of time, like 10 years, but those devices are more prone to hacking as they connect to sensitive data and websites. Especially when it comes to these older Kindle versions, all they do is connect to Amazon and let you read books. These devices were not built with planned obsolescence. They are actually pretty sturdy and long-living pieces of tech, clearly. Amazon didn't plan for them to break, hence why so many people are using older ones now. This is in fact a choice to break them. It's not planned obsolescence, it's forced obsolescence. And here's the thing, this isn't like you've bought a Kindle once and you're never giving Amazon any money ever again. You're buying books from their store, so they're still getting money from you. It's not like they're losing a crap ton of money by continuing to support old models. They just want more. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but here's why I think they're actually doing this. They want to increase revenue. This is probably the most obvious because within the email they sent out were some steps on what you can do next, and one of those was to buy a newer Kindle from them. They even give you a cute little 20% discount. Isn't that lovely? A lot of the new Kindle models have ads built in, so sure, you can get a relatively inexpensive Kindle with your 20% discount, but if you want it without ads, then you have to pay more. Then once you're on this newer model, they'll be able to collect more data from you via these ads and your purchases. Older models will just not have these capabilities built in. But let's talk about what I think is really going on, which is Amazon's DRM battle. I've talked about DRM in a previous video, so it's worth giving that a watch after this one if you want to learn more. But essentially, DRM, digital rights management, is the copyright protections companies package with the text files on digital media to prevent you from copying, sharing, or selling them. DRM is why you can't easily take your books out of Amazon and onto another platform. It also serves as a way for Amazon to control your experience. Remember in 2025 when they removed the option to download your books from Amazon's website in the older AZW3 format? Well, for the older devices included in this support freeze, all of them use the AZW3 format for your ebooks. To back them up, all you do is connect the device to a computer with a USB cable and then import them into something like Calibri. Modern Kindles, however, use the newer KFX format, which was first used in 2015, which introduced a DRM that's nearly impossible to remove. They keep this under wraps, by the way. It's very hard to find information on it. By forcing you to upgrade to a newer device, they're essentially future-proofing their service and keeping you locked in to their ecosystem. Okay, wow, so with all this information, let's take a look at what to do next. Because if you're feeling frustrated with what I just said, you might want a few options. Okay, first, you can, should you want to, take Amazon up on their offer and get a new Kindle device. Okay, that is an option, making your current device essentially e-waste. It's your decision at the end of the day. You can also keep using your device. If you have loads of books on there, then there's nothing stopping you from continuing to read them. Get through those books, and once you're done, then make a decision on what to do next. Just don't do a factory reset or deregister your device and you'll be fine. There's no rush, and let's be honest, that 20% discount is pathetic. But what if you still want to buy books from Amazon or use something like Libby? Another option is to buy a refurbished or secondhand Kindle. This way you're not contributing to e-waste and you're probably saving some money too. Just make sure to get one that was released after 2012 and ideally one without ads because ugh. Next option, switch to an alternative. If you'd rather ditch the Amazon ebook ecosystem altogether, then you do have options, and those options are growing. Kobo is usually the one people opt for if you're looking for something very similar, but just as a warning, Amazon isn't the only company that have stopped supporting older devices. Do look into the differences though in between their stopping of support, because there are some differences. There are other e-reader options that give you more freedom but no easy access to an online store, but perhaps that's a roundup in a video for another day. Take your time, do some research, and find an option you're happy with. Your next option is to jailbreak your Kindle. If you hate the idea of dumping your device just because Amazon decided to stop supporting it, you don't have to. There are ways to jailbreak your Kindle, essentially disconnecting your device from Amazon and taking control of it yourself. By doing this, you're able to add EPUB books from other locations you've purchased them from, for example bookshop.org, and add them to your device, as well as many other things. This is a slightly more complex topic, so I'm going to point you in the direction of the master, damn it Jeff. Make sure to check out his channel and Patreon for the latest update. Regardless of what you choose to do, I do recommend that you back up your books from your device. Calibri is an excellent option for doing this and will give you some protection should your device stop working. These books are still DRM protected, but if you're going to try backing them up, do it sooner rather than later. Who knows if Amazon might make further changes in the future. Amazon has done something very interesting with this update. 3% of their Kindle users is nothing to them, and the long-term gains by converting even a fraction to new devices are clearly worth it. But many Kindle users are frustrated with the change, even those who aren't affected by it. Amazon already has a lack of trust with customers, its business is seeing more and more people boycott it, so will this push even more away and into the hands of alternatives? Time will tell. But what do you think? Frustrated with this change? Leave me a comment and let's chat, and I'll see you next time for another video.